We had left Agra almost 2 weeks ago to head for Manali in the Himalayas, our goal to reach Leh, one of the highest cities in the world. After 2 days in the wilderness, Nuri had sufficiently recovered from her altitude sickness. Armed with sun cream, we set off once more. We soon reached the Tibetan plateau, where the nomads with their herds of yaks travelling to Tibet to trade their animals. It reminded me of a scene from the High Chaparral. We stopped for one more night in nomads' tents. It was not as tranquil as the previous encampments. Some Indian travellers were noisy neighbours, their music blasting out across the mountain range. I was dragged out for a dance and gave them a cultural shock with an impromptu attempt at breakdancing. After a night's sleep, we were off on our travels again. This region of India, Ladakh, is mainly Buddhist and has some of the most glorious monasteries in the world. However, the music they play at prayer time is not so glorious. Not so much jungle, more mountain music. Two tiny monks invited us to see the sacred shrine of Buddha in their monastery. However, the gods were not smiling this day. They did have some problems getting the door open. This Buddha is over 30 foot high. After Nuri chased the loony llamas around the courtyard, we became good friends. And they offered a traditional prayer to Buddha written on these barrels, small and large, for a safe journey. We then sought the advice of a clairvoyant, not Gypsy Rosalie, but a green parrot. Through a translator, I was to learn I would enjoy good health, happiness, riches, and many babies. Suitably encouraged, we set off once more, with the warm feelings that Lady Luck was smiling down on us. On the way we passed the famous mountains of the moon. Nuria was starting to show the effects of riding pillion on a motorcycle.
The roads were very dangerous, and the trucks that flew past had little thought for the bike or themselves. Many of them ended up on the floor of the valleys.
We needed a rest from living rough, so I opted for 5-star opulence aboard a houseboat. They were built for the British Raj. Here they enjoyed holidays afloat, far away from the hustle and bustle of the towns, where they weren't allowed to own land. Our time away from the hard roads was spent on water, sailing and gathering our strengths. The backdrop provided a stunning change from the harsh mountain regions we had crossed only hours before. Now it was time to unwind and find ourselves once more. Kashmir is known as a danger area, but for us it was an oasis of calm and tranquility, broken only by the presence of the Indian Army. The serenity was soon shattered by my bad impression of Lloyd Grossman.
Who lives in a place like this? Such an elegant person, Persian carpets, carved tables, carved roof on a boat, a mixture of English and Persian styles. For 5 days anyway. We're in Kashmir, on a houseboat, 5-star deluxe. At this time there's not so many people, so it's very, very cheap. Where else in the world do you get a place for £4? Evening meal, breakfast included, friendly hospitable service, tea and coffee, a nice double bed. Nowhere else in the world. So, perfect luxury for us.
My long wait for a visa to Iran was over. I was to collect it in Delhi, our next destination.